Hey, hi, I'm architect Prathima Seethur. I head this firm, Wright Inspires, and we are into home building for more than 2 decades now. Uh, let's talk about light inside the homes today. So, there are two kinds of light. Uh, During the day, it's natural light, and during the night, it is artificial light. So, we talk about the natural light for the homes. So, the situation in a packed city like Bangalore is the land prices have gone up. It's so difficult to own a piece of land, and the plots are getting more compact, and mostly, we've even shifted to some kind of apartment living or villa living and all of those also. But when it comes to independent houses, which has been the culture of the place, is to enhance the homes, we kind of work on this whole aspect of light. Anybody who defines a good home, I think the first point that anybody comes up with is a home with good light and ventilation. A home with good light and ventilation makes it a good home. So this is what we hear from many of our clients who come to us. So what is called good lighting? How do we go about achieving this good lights when we have the neighbors building so close by, and we have their windows opening almost into ours, and we have to keep them shut or closed, screen them for our own privacy. So this is the challenge that we are facing in the city today when it comes to light. But what we have mastered at Wright Inspires is to have this well lit homes. So we open the buildings, we open the home to the fourth dimension, that's the sky, and we introduce this thing called as a skylight, which kind of brings in the light that's required for the home. So is it just that? Is it just that you have a skylight and your home is all lit up? Not really. Positioning of the skylight, the apt location in the home, and the activities that you plan around the skylight, and the punctures you create in the respective floors. So the kind of skylight, the light that comes from the skylight reaches across different activities in the home, and the amount of light that you need to get into the home, which is very, very, very important. So if the calculations are not right, or you can have a lot more light, and a lot more light means heat into the house. So it can become very hot. The inside of the home can become very hot. So how do we get the light in? How do we shade it? How do we make it a good light into the house? And how do we design around this element of skylight such that the actual active parts of the activity in the home is getting this light? And it is the sunlight which brings in life into everything that we do. So the moment you have sunlight in the space, the human activity, the humans inside, the occupants inside kind of get into that good mood, which is very scientifically proven. And the hygiene of the place, the hygiene of this built space itself, when there is that kind of light, is so good that it automatically becomes a positive space in the home. So there are many places where we have brought in the skylight into the toilets that we designed, because assuming the toilets have the water in the house and can be very moist and damp, and these kind of skylight can kind of make the bathrooms very fresh and keeps them dry, adds to the hygiene of the place. What also these skylights do is, it kind of allows us to enjoy what the outside is in the comfort of the interior. So if it's a rainy day, then the mood of the house changes inside the house. If it's a bright day, then the mood of the house changes inside. So then there's this question that if we do not want this kind of light, at times what do? It's always possible to have these days you do have retractable elements where you can kind of close the skylight. It can be designed, and you do have motorized blinds, which very interestingly close can be worked out for the aperture, and then you can control the amount of light that you need in the indoors of the home. So but one thing clearly to remember is the light is good, but it can bring in a lot of heat if it is not designed well. So there are these tricks that we play when we have to cut down the heat, and then we introduce some things like pergolas, and we introduce things where it can kind of shade the kind of light that comes in, and most architects have thoroughly enjoyed playing with this light, and every architect who has played with light and the elements of architecture, it's never disappointed them, because most of those works have become the master works, the great works in architecture. So when we are sensitive to light, we can create the kind of magic in the built spaces, which is a very important element. I really consider light as one of the materials for us to build. So material, yes, which is almost coming for free. It's not that we are directly spending on this material to have them in the homes. So other than the skylights, how else does the light come into the house? Definitely the windows, and the way we design the windows, it is a very context based situation. It is not that as architects we draw windows to wherever it is. We analyze the direction, because the west and the south surfaces can get a lot of heat inside the house, so we do smaller windows in those directions. And there could be directions where we open up to the neighbors and there are no privacy issues, and so then we kind of relocate the windows such that privacy is prioritized. The size of the windows, coming to yes, we want a lot of light, but how much does that cost? Because windows are always more expensive than walls. So when we do large windows, it definitely increases the budget, the home building budgets. And again, are we able to keep them clean as a maintenance element? Yes, there needs to be a thought around keeping them clean. So how wide are the windows, how tall are the windows, what material does the window is designed with, is it openable, is it a slider, is it a fixed opening, how much money do we have, how do we cut down the cost? Most of these things are taken care and planned and designed by the architects. As I talked, I think you did get a tour of the kind of light that play of light that we kind of managed in most of the homes that we designed. So it is light, and it is light first, and then it is the play of light. It is the magic the light can create. It is the magic the light can create into the spaces, which brings a whole lot of life into the place that we built. And it is the overall feeling of the place when we are surrounded by the light. So this is the magic that we promise most of our clients, and as a response to what we do, they have really loved the light that comes into their homes, and after a while they get used to the kind of light that comes into the homes, and it definitely keeps the place and the people very lively. Thank you.